guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today's another favorite toys. I actually haven't done one of these in a while, so it's kind of fun. And today's toy is, again, another Transformer. I think I've just been talking mainly about Transformers so far. I gotta dig up some of my other toys and, some of the stuff that I had in the past. I don't have too many from my past. That's the problem, though. But anyways, yeah. So today we're talking about Rodimus Prime, and that's this guy right here. I was always fascinated by this character ever since we first got him in the original Transformers movie. And when I say that, I mean the cartoon movie, not the Michael Bay movies, the 2007, whenever that came out. I'm talking about the 1986 cartoon movie, which was amazing. I mean, just going to see like Transformers in a movie theater during that time was just incredible. And so what they did was they killed off a lot of characters and created all new characters. Now, of course, there's marketing behind that, reasons why they can only sell so many of the current characters, so they got to kill some of them off or retire them, move them on, create new characters, and that's what they did. The movie pretty much opens up with all new characters that you get to meet. You meet Hot Rod, RC, tons of new characters, Cup. And, of course, some of the old ones are there, but they kill a lot of them off in the very beginning when Megatron infiltrates their ship and pretty much kills half of them, or most of them. The classic Transformers that we all grew up with, like, I think, who was it? Ironhide got his head blown off. Brawn, I think, got killed. I mean, they just, all these, Prowl, all these original Autobots were just blown away. And I remember being in the theater, kind of shocked at that, because when you watch the cartoon prior to that movie, none of them ever died. They all got, shot up or whatever and needed to be repaired by Ratchet and stuff. But when you watch the movie and the beginning scene when Megatron just kills everybody, you're just like, what is going on? Like, are these characters dying? And of course, one of the hardest deaths in that movie to really, I think, wrap your finger, your whatever around your head around, I should say, was Optimus Prime. And when he died, I think a lot of us were like stunned in our seat. Like, there was like, I could swear there was tears ready to come down my eyes. Like, you can't kill Optimus Prime, the leader of the Autobots. I mean, how do you kill Optimus Prime? Who's going to take over? Well, they answer that, and that is Rodimus Prime. Now, Rodimus Prime started off as Hot Rod, and I remember actually having Hot Rod. I think I might still have him. It's like in a box buried with my other Transformers. But I'm pretty sure I do have him, and they did make a Walmart exclusive, which I almost bought. I was really contemplating it, but I thought, nah, I'll just wait, and I never picked one up. But yeah, Hot Rod was a pretty cool character, and of course, near the end of the movie, he takes the matrix of leadership, and he has to deal with Galvatron, who Megatron was, or became, and so he gets turned into this. He gets turned into Rodimus Prime. Kind of a weird name to me, always has been. Like, I can tell, I understand they're trying to, like, keep the Optimus Prime thing going by calling him Rodimus Prime, but I don't know, it just sounds weird to me. I don't know, whatever. But anyways, yeah, so you can see he kind of got like the trailer kind of concept. Hot Rod himself was really just this weird Cybertron speed car thing. I don't know what he was. He was like a race car, but he wasn't anything from Earth. So he must have just came from Cybertron. And that was like, the Transformers, the first few, the concept is they came from Cybertron and disguised themselves as Earth vehicles and Earth weapons and stuff like that. But then the second wave that came down, they decided to just keep their Cybertron form. Why? I don't know. Maybe they just couldn't think of anything else to make. So they wanted to make just random stuff like this. But anyways, yeah. So he does kind of pop out, kind of like with Optimus Prime having a trailer. Now the only difference is, with Optimus Prime, the trailer is something that just kind of attaches to the end. You wouldn't really drive him around like this. Like, that just looks weird. He doesn't even have wheels. Like, I don't think he has. Well, he's got some kind of wheels there. But it's not like with Optimus Prime where you can have him like this and just decide to attach the trailer to him when you feel like it. It actually is a part of him. So when he's transformed properly, he's got the trailer always on him. And the interesting thing about this is it kind of reminds me of Ratchet, because it opens up just like this. And I talked about Ratchet on my first favorite toys episode. I believe it was the first one. I talked about Ratchet, and it was the same idea. He had a trailer that kind of opened up like this. It kind of had like a weapon in there. And then this would kind of like, I guess when he transforms, this would leave his body and go and sit over here somewhere, and then he can jump inside. I don't recall in the cartoon series this ever happening. I can't recall it. They might have. I have, like, a lot of the later episodes, I didn't see them very often. You know, I watched all the first season, the second season, all the way up to the movie kind of thing, and maybe a couple afterwards, but so I might have missed an episode or two where he actually did this, where his trailer popped out and he was inside this thing. And the same thing with Optimus Prime. It was in the cartoon, you didn't always see the trailer open up like it does in the toy and Optimus Prime going inside and doing anything in there. Usually what would happen is this trailer would just kind of detach and kind of go somewhere, and then he would transform and become Optimus Prime. So probably happening the same way as this. Now let's take a look at the actual figure. I mean, from this point, he looks like Hot Rod. So when you just look at it, it's Hot Rod there. A little bit thinner, and I think this is bigger or longer or something like that. It's kind of like swivels around. It actually comes off too. And I think it's because it's supposed to turn around. It's been a while since I've actually transformed this guy, but the good thing is he's not complicated. I think his arms just pop out. So he's a little bit tight. I don't want to break it. There we go. So the arms kind of pop out like that. And then I think this just goes down. His body just goes down like that. And then he just pops in. And his head, you can see his head's kind of hiding in there. So that just pops out of there. It looks like Hot Rod's head almost. A little bit more mature looking, I guess they want to say. And then you just pop that thing around like that. Now he's got the wings. So now he's, oh, the feet. Don't forget the feet. And you got the feet. He's very skinny. He's a very skinny Transformer. Like, especially compared to Optimus Prime, which we can transform right now. Always have a hard time with this one breaking him. The plastic on this one is a little bit stiff. There we go. Thought I was going to bust him there. Now I don't have the fists or anything. Now that's one good thing that they did with this guy was his fists and all that are his feet and whatever, anything is, it's all attached to him. So the one thing you probably could lose would be this thing here. Which, you know, would kind of suck if you did lose it. Whereas Optimus Prime, you don't have fists. A lot of people who have the original don't have the fists, because that's always the first thing you lose. And so that's probably the only enticing thing about buying one of those, you know, remakes of him, is to actually get the fists and the gun. Well, unless you're like a big collector and you collect a lot of these things, you probably have lots of them. But yeah, there we go. We got Hot Rod. Or sorry, Rodimus Prime. I call him Hot Rod. But yeah, I mean, it's okay. I liked his character. I really liked him in the show. I'm not sure if I liked Hot Rod better. I think Hot Rod's personality was a little bit different than Rodimus Prime. But there actually is an episode, I think it was the one where Optimus Prime comes back from the dead as a zombie. And Rodimus Prime takes the Matrix of Leadership, which is in his chest, out. And he hands it over to Optimus Prime. And then he shrinks down into into Hot Rod again, and he starts acting like his old way, and his voice changes and everything else. So it's kind of a weird thing. And in fact, there's even another scene in the movie where Optimus Prime gives the Matrix of Leadership before he dies to Ultra Magnus, and Ultra Magnus puts it in his chest, but nothing changes. He stays as Ultra Magnus. So I remember seeing a video on YouTube, someone was talking about that, and the differences and why that might have happened. But I guess it's all just theory. You know, it'd be like you'd have to go into the comic books and all that stuff. Ain't no time for that. But yeah, it's just fun to just take this guy out every once in a while, take a look at him. You know, I didn't have him as a kid. I wanted him. I mean, I liked the figure. I just didn't happen to get all of the, you know, that generation of figures. I had Blur, and Galvatron was obviously my favorite one. But I didn't have a lot of the newer Transformers that came out. So it was kind of cool that I got to pick this up later on in, you know, like a flea market. I think I paid like, oh God, what did I pay? I paid a little bit more than I probably should have. Actually, I think this piece, yeah, this piece goes here. That's right. I think that goes there. I don't know. But yeah, it's really cool having this guy again. And I usually keep him on display in his vehicle mode. I don't really keep him in this mode. But this does look kind of cool too. I mean, if you have the guns, you can kind of keep them like that. Maybe I will for a little while, keep them like this, just to put them on display for a little while. Anyways, yeah, that is Rodimus Prime, one of my favorite toys that you know, I didn't have it as a kid, but I always wanted it, and I was happy to finally get it. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think of Rodimus Prime. Who's your favorite Prime or Transformer? Throw your comments down below. Always love to hear it. Hope you liked the video. Hope you subscribe. Talk to you later.